They say your home is your castle. But what happens when your own HOA decides to play Big Brother? My name's Ethan Miller, 34, software engineer and quiet guy, at least I was. Until I realized my HOA wasn't just watching the neighborhood. They were watching me. Sunrise, the first suspicion. It started with a strange humming sound, faint, mechanical, right outside my window. When I pulled the curtain, I saw a small black drone hovering above my backyard. At first, I thought it was some kid testing his new toy. But then I noticed the HOA logo on the drone's side. A silver emblem shaped like our neighborhood's tree. My stomach dropped. Why was my homeowners association flying drones over my property? Scroll the warning letter. 2 days later, I got a letter. Dear Mr. Miller, your backyard deck contains unapproved modifications. Remove or apply for retroactive approval within 7 days. HOA Compliance Division. That deck was brand new. I hadn't told anyone about it yet, not even my friends. How did they know? Then it hit me. The drone. They'd been watching. Robot face, the confrontation. I showed up at the HOA office, letter in hand. Behind the desk sat Linda Prescott, the HOA president. A woman who spoke like every word was a rulebook. Linda, I said, are you seriously using drones to spy on homeowners? She smiled. We are simply ensuring compliance, Mr. Miller. Privacy ends at the property line. No, I said, privacy ends where my fence begins. She leaned forward. Maybe you should reread your HOA contract before making accusations. I walked out furious and curious. If they were spying on me, how many others were they watching? Laptop computer the plan. I'm a software engineer. I build systems that track systems. So I decided to turn their tech against them. That night, I set up motion sensors and hidden cameras around my yard. If that drone came back, I'd know exactly when and from where. 2 nights later, 11:43 p.m., my phone buzzed. Motion detected. I rushed to my monitor feed, and there it was. The same black drone, hovering directly over my deck again. But this time, I had infrared recording, time-stamped, GPS logged. Solid proof. Direct hit the trap. I knew HOA board meetings were streamed live every Thursday. And that Linda always started with community updates. So I planned my counterattack for that night. Using my tech setup, I connected the feed from my cameras to my computer. At 6:58 p.m., I joined the virtual meeting like every other resident. Linda smiled on screen. Good evening, everyone. Let's start with our agenda. I cut her off. Actually, Linda, I think we should start with this. I shared my screen. The video began to play. Movie camera, the exposure. The first clip. A drone hovering over my deck at night. The second. Zooming in on my living room window. Gasps filled the Zoom chat. Residents started typing. Wait, what? Is that real? Why are we being filmed? I zoomed in on the HOA logo on the drone. Then I opened the metadata log showing GPS coordinates, which traced back to the HOA storage shed. Linda's face went pale. Mr. Miller, that's private footage. I smiled. So we agree it's an invasion of privacy. Silence. Bomb the fallout. Within an hour, the video clip spread through the neighborhood group chat. By morning, someone had uploaded it to Reddit. HOA caught spying on homeowners with drones. It hit 1 million views in less than 24 hours. News reporters started calling. People across the country were furious. HOAs are out of control, one reporter said live on air. They're supposed to maintain property, not violate privacy. The HOA tried to claim the footage was manipulated. So I released the raw files, metadata, timestamps, everything. They were cooked. Balance the aftermath. 3 board members resigned. The HOA was fined under state privacy laws, $250,000, and a class action lawsuit formed overnight. Turns out, I wasn't the only one they'd spied on. Families, couples, even elderly neighbors had been watched. One woman found out the drone filmed her grandkids playing outside. She broke down crying during the court hearing. Linda tried to argue it was for safety. The judge replied, "Safety doesn't mean surveillance. Adult balance, the victory." 6 months later, the case closed. The HOA was ordered to shut down its entire compliance surveillance program. Residents voted to remove the entire board. Guess who they elected as the new HOA president? Yeah, me. Hammer the redemption. The first rule I passed: no surveillance equipment shall be used within or above private property lines. The second: transparency for all HOA operations. We even set up a public live stream, so residents could watch meetings in real time. If they wanted to see something, they'd know about it. Funny how they used drones to spy on us. And now we're the ones watching them, legally. Sunrise over mountains, the ending. A few weeks ago, I rebuilt my deck. Same wood, same design, same view. But this time, when I sit there at night, I look up at the sky and smile. Because the only thing hovering above me now are stars. Fade out, gentle ambient sound. Camera pans from the deck up into the night sky.